Well, a very good afternoon, everybody, and thank you so much for taking time out of your busy day to join us today. My name is Sandy Elson, and on behalf of the travel professional community and travelprofessionalnews.com, I want to welcome all of you to today's webinar. We have a really exciting presentation for you today, hosted by AmaWaterways. I know you're all familiar with the fabulous product that AmaWaterways offers, and today is your chance to become even better acquainted with this wonderful company. Our speaker today is someone who many of you may already know, Alex Pinelo, Vice President of Sales for AmaWaterways. Alex started his career in 1984 when he joined NCL as a part-time ticket agent at the pier while going to school in Miami. Shortly afterwards, he moved into their headquarters and worked his way through various areas within passenger services before joining Ship Life in 1988, where he served for the next 4 years. Alex was also on the opening team for Disney Cruise Line, where he spent 4 years helping them successfully launch the new brand in South Florida and Puerto Rico. Alex spent close to 28 years at NCL in different capacities, his last being Vice President of Key Accounts before leaving the company in December of 2016. In May of 2017, he joined AmaWaterways as Director of Latin America Sales and quickly moved up to Director of National Accounts in January of 2018. In June of 18, Alex was promoted into his current role as Vice President of National Accounts. Alex's topic today is all about partnering with AmaWaterways. Before we get started, a reminder that you are all muted, but we welcome your questions. You can type in your questions at any time in the question area you see on the right-hand panel of your screen. Some of the questions will be answered as you write them, and some will be asked at the end of the webinar when Alex is finished with his presentation. Also, at the end of the webinar, Alex will be giving away a very spectacular prize to one lucky travel agent who has been paying attention to this webinar. We'll talk more about the prize a little later, but as a hint, I suggest you all take good notes. So let's turn the microphone over to Alex so he can get started. Welcome, Alex.
Well, thank you, Sandy. Welcome, everyone. Thank you, travel professional community. Good afternoon, travel advisors, and welcome to our webinar. I hope you're as excited as I am as we take you on this short journey to really show you the world one river at a time on AmaWaterways. And I love saying this, and I love this saying, and it's so true. Oceans take you to countries while rivers take you through them. And there's really nothing like sailing through the veins of Europe and stopping in the heart of the destination on board your luxurious AmaWaterways river cruise ships, where you really will feel at home every step of the way during your vacation with us. I like to start all my presentations as I will end them, and that's by saying thank you, because without you, there would be no AmaWaterways. You have truly supported us from day one, and for that we are grateful. As you know, we don't really have a direct strategy. Over 95% of our business comes from our valued travel partners and travel advisors. So we really rely on you more than many others to help fill our beautiful ship. So once again, thank you for your amazing partnership and friendship. So as you know, AmaWaterways is a luxury river cruise line that sails throughout Europe, Vietnam and Cambodia on the Mekong, and Africa on the Chobe River. We are a family-owned and operated business, and here you see our wonderful co-owners, Rudy Schreiner and Christine Karst on the left, and then Gary Murphy on the right. And they're very involved in the day-to-day operation and the day-to-day task within the organization. They have a pulse on everything that we do, and their vision has truly made AmaWaterways what it is today. You can see them here, obviously on the slide, Rudy and Christine on the left, as I said earlier, and Gary on the rickshaw on the right. And when you step on board one of our ships, you really become part of the AmaWaterways family. And really, Rudy, Christine, and Gary employ people that share the same values and enthusiasm that they have embodied since the day they started this wonderful company. So what makes river cruising so special and popular and the fastest growing segment in the industry? Hopefully, many of you have been on a river cruise and mainly on AmaWaterways. and if not, hopefully we'll be changing that. I know we'll be changing that for one lucky advisor at the end of this webinar and presentation. So AmaWaterways, we have the highest rated ships in Europe. It's all about the passion, innovation, and craftsmanship, unmatched hospitality, genuine personalized service by a dedicated crew that truly bends over backwards to ensure our guests' expectations are exceeded every step of the way. Knowledgeable and experienced cruise managers that are with you every step of the way. Even when you take a pre or post with us, your cruise manager is with you. So it's a really nice personal touch that differentiates us from our competitors. We have the finest cuisine with fresh and local ingredients all included, hand-selected local regional wines that are served complimentary during both lunch and dinner, and of course sparkling wine and champagne served during breakfast. We have an active approach with wonderful shore excursions, all the shore excursions. Many of our competitors say, or some of our competitors say they include daily excursions, which is true. That means one per day. We include them all, and we have different levels, which I'll talk about later on in the presentation. And we take more of an active approach. We actually carry bicycles on our ships. We have 25 bicycles on our ships in Europe. We have hiking, and we have not only guided bike tours, but you can take out a bike on your own if you'd like. We also have dedicated wellness hosts and programs on board, and no crowds, no long lines. Everything is so easy, and like I said, really the crew bending over backwards to ensure everybody has a wonderful time. And did I mention no seasickness? The rivers are flat as glass, and everybody truly enjoys the wonderful experience. It's truly the best way to see the world, immersing yourself in the destination that you're traveling to. So where are we? Where is AmaWaterways? Where are our dream destinations? And really with up to 33 different itineraries to offer you throughout Europe, on the Danube, the Rhine, the Dutch waterways, in France on the Seine, the Rhone, the Bordeaux region, in Portugal, we're on the Douro River, and we even have 2 exotic destinations in Southeast Asia on the Mekong with our Vietnam and Cambodia itineraries, and we even have our Africa safaris and wildlife cruise, which includes a 4-night safari cruise on the Chobe River, on the Zambezi Queen, 2 nights in Victoria Falls, plus the choice of 5 different land programs to choose from. So something for everyone, but again, the majority of the itineraries being in Europe. So as you can see, we are serious when we say we want to show you and your clients the world one river at a time. But don't just take it from us. We do have an award-winning young fleet of vessels that's been recognized by the Berlitz Travel Guide. They actually ranked AmaWaterways vessels in 10 of their top 10 spots out of the 320 river cruise ships in Europe, including the top 3 spots going to Ama Cristina, Ama Viola, and Ama Stella, something we are very proud of as an organization. So you can sell us with confidence knowing that we're going to deliver a consistent product across the board and exceed our mutual guest expectations. And here you see a beautiful picture of the Ama Cristina, and we're also very proud of her godmother, which happens to be Christine Karst, the Executive Vice President and co-owner of AmaWaterways. So your floating hotel, look at these pictures. Don't you just wish you were there? Just close your eyes for a second and picture yourself on board the beautiful Ama Sonata. Now, not all river cruise ships are the same. Even though they may look the same, they may be the same size, they may look similar on the outside, but they're not all the same. They're, for the most part, our river cruise ships in Europe are twin balcony ships, as we call them. They're 443 feet long and 38 feet wide, and we actually carry a maximum capacity of 160 on those guests. Some of our competitors on those same size ships will carry up to 196 guests. So, impeccable service. The service is absolutely amazing, and make sure, like I mentioned before, make sure you're comparing apples to apples to ensure you're selecting the right river cruise company for your clients. We at AmaWaterways are very, very proud of what we offer. and we really hope we will become your river cruise company of choice. But at the end of the day, it's all about the people. That differentiates AmaWaterways from the rest. From our team members in California and Texas, Switzerland, and everywhere in between to the crew on board. It's all about that under-promising and over-delivering with many surprises and delights throughout their cruise with us, which really differentiates our brand. You will often hear the following acronym throughout our company, and that's FLEPS. FLEPS, and that stands for, so the F in FLEPS stands for family. It's really the way we make our guests feel the minute they walk on board one of our ships. The L stands for love. You know what they say, when you love what you do, you'll never work a day in your life. And we love what we do at AmaWaterways because we work for a great company. We get to work with great partners and travel advisors, travel professionals, and we really get to make people's dreams come true on board our beautiful ships. E stands for enthusiasm, and it's that intense and eager enjoyment that our crew have exceeding our guests' expectations each and every day. The P stands for passion, and again, it's all about that intense enthusiasm or desire to be the best, really, while creating memories that will last a lifetime. And every guest on board has their own aha moment, and that really, it's what our crew works for day in and day out to really focus on each and every one of our guests and making them feel like they're the only ones on board and they're traveling on their own private yacht. And then, of course, S stands for sparkle, and that's the spark that creates that, the spark that creates the sparkle for our guests that sail with us, and they want to come back time after time after time. And that's the beauty about AmaWaterways. You set your foot on board one of our ships, and you feel like home. We make you feel like home. You immediately become part of the AmaWaterways family. And really, anybody that has sailed with us knows exactly what I'm talking about and what I mean. And for those of you that have not, what are you waiting for? I encourage you to do so and invite you to sail on one of our beautiful ships. So here we have one of our spacious staterooms. This is what we refer to it as a twin balcony staterooms, and it really offers you the best of both worlds. It has a French balcony that you see to the right, and a full step out balcony to the left. And not to mention the size. I mean, very spacious. They range in size from 210 square feet to 350 square feet. And as you can see, very richly, appointed and very comfortable for our guests. We offer complimentary high-speed internet on our ships. Did you know that we actually spend more money on our bandwidth last year than we did to fuel 20 of our ships? Is that amazing? But it's important to our guests. It's important to our guests to stay connected and really think of that as an extension of your own marketing efforts. So every time you send a guest on board one of our ships, they're going to have a wonderful time, and they're going to be posting all along about all the wonderful experiences that they're having throughout their cruise. And then there's the dining and the culinary experience. And we offer multiple dining options, including the main restaurant. We have the chef's table restaurant, as you see here in the picture. We even have tapas. We have snacks. We have sandwiches and refreshments served daily in the main lounge and bar, all included in the fare. Keep in mind that some of our competitors actually charge for their specialty restaurants. So again, something that differentiates us. And the chef's table is absolutely incredible. Our guests absolutely love it. And it serves a multi-course pairing and tasting menu every evening. And like I said, it really is one of our favorites for our guests. You can also see the chefs preparing the various dishes throughout the meal. And again, it's just very engaging, and the guests really enjoy that interaction with the guests and that interactive experience. So again, a wonderful culinary experience. And remember, all dining aboard AmaWaterways is included in the fare. So here we have our Panoramic Lounge and Bar. As you can see, again, very spacious, beautifully decorated, Look at those windows. Talk about having the best seat in the house while you're sailing. This is the perfect place to gather before and after dinner. Like I said, this is where you're going to have the best view of the house while sailing through some of the most spectacular and beautiful destinations in the world. And in addition to that, our resort casual country club atmosphere really makes our guests feel at home, and they absolutely love it. So I mentioned the sparkling wine and champagne at breakfast. I mentioned the unlimited fine local regional wines, beer, soda during lunch and dinner. We also started our sip and sail. It launched last year to rave reviews, and this is where we host a complimentary sip and sail cocktail hour throughout the cruise, 1 hour before the dinner in the main lounge and bar. As you know, AmaWaterways holds its warm tradition of a welcome and farewell cocktail party hosted by the captain on every voyage. But now, with our sip and sail cocktail hour, this takes place every day between the welcome and the farewell parties during your cruise. This means that every day of your voyage, every day of your cruise, our guests not only enjoy the complimentary unlimited wine, beer, and soft drinks during meals, but now they will also enjoy the pre-dinner cocktail hour with a special menu of complimentary wine, beer, spirits, soft drinks, martinis, whatever your drink of choice is, we will have it for you. As I like to say, cheers, the drinks are on us. The drinks are on AmaWaterways. So a great enhancement to the onboard experience. Now is when my mouth starts to water, when I start talking about our award-winning culinary experience. And I hope we have some foodies on the call and the webinar, like I am. And as I mentioned, and you've heard me say this a few times, but all the dining on board AmaWaterways is included. We have an extensive choice of buffet and menu items during breakfast and lunch. Exquisite multi-course dinners with 2 to 3 choices per course, hand-picked regional wines. None of the food, is frozen. We're members of La Chambre de Ratissois, so in order to be a part of this French Culinary Society, you have to maintain certain standards with the food. So nothing can be frozen. Everything is, except for the ice cream. So many times you see the crew walking back with their bags of produce and local ingredients to prepare that evening's dinner. We have, the ingredients are always fresh, as I mentioned, sourced locally, and we also accommodate a variety of dietary restrictions. So again, the only thing we ask is let us know if you have anybody or if you're sailing with us and have any dietary restrictions, please let us know ahead of time, and if not, just let us know the minute you board the ship. Is anyone hungry just about now? I sure am. So anyway, so moving right along, what's new for 2019? Wow. Very exciting. We usually introduce one new ship per year. In 19, we're introducing 3 new ships. We have an expanded wellness program and expanded land programs as well that I'll talk about. So 3 new ships we have. We will have, of course, the AmaMagna that you see on the left here, sailing on the Danube, the AmaDouro on the Douro River, joining the AmaVita, and then, of course, the AmaMora on the Rhine River. So the 3 new ships, AmaMagna, AmaDouro, and AmaMora. So let's talk a little about our AmaMagna. But before I get into the AmaMagna, remember that in addition to the 3 new ships, we have the onboard wellness program that's expanded to all 2019 European itineraries, excluding Portugal. We have over 60 wine cruises this year. We're offering pre-land extensions on all European itineraries and our new extension to Rwanda with the Golden Monkeys and Gorilla Trekking. So anyway, so AmaMagna, I've got to tell you that we had the opportunity, we had our global summit on Ama Christina earlier in the year, and when we were in Rotterdam, we had the opportunity to visit the AmaMagna. And as I mentioned earlier, with most of our ships being 443 feet wide and 38 feet wide and carrying a maximum of 160 guests. Now, with the AmaMagna, she's also 443 feet long, but she will be 72 feet wide. So she is double the width of our traditional river cruise ships. However, she will only carry an additional 36 guests for a total of 196 guests. And as you can see from this rendering, or this picture, it's absolutely spectacular. And really, the ship is going to be an incredible addition to our fleet. You see the large sun deck. There's a jogging track. There's the pool with the hot tub in the back. There's even a pop-up elevator that comes up to the sun deck, and we even have a retractable marina platform that opens up, the water sports platform in the back of the ship, and there we will actually have a 12-passenger sundowner. So we will offer excursions by water as well, and that will be included, of course, in the fare that you pay. She will truly introduce a new dimension in river cruising. We are so excited. Multiple dining venues. We've got the main dining room. We have Jimmy's Wine Bar Restaurant. We have al fresco restaurant in the front of the ship with the retractable windows and the roof, the ceiling. We have the chef's table restaurant, 5 bars and lounges, including an upper and lower lounge, movie theater in between, the Zen Wellness Studio, on the back of the ship, and not to mention her staterooms. Her staterooms are going to range in size from 205 square feet to 710 square feet. So again, absolutely magnificent. We can't wait to show you AmaMagna and the rest of the world, the rest of the industry, because she truly is going to, really define contemporary elegance on the Danube, and we are so excited. So I got to tell you, we walked on board her in Rotterdam earlier in the year, and we all had very high expectations of AmaMagna, but when we walked on board this ship, our jaws dropped. The ship is absolutely magnificent. It feels like you're boarding a luxury ocean liner. She's so wide, she's so spacious, she's so modern, yet elegant. I love the hallways. The hallways are the widest hallways I've seen on land, I've seen on any ship, whether it's ocean or river. So we are so excited, and she will be sailing again on the Danube from Budapest to Wilshafen and Wilshafen to Budapest. So I can't wait till May comes around so we can really start bragging, about the beautiful AmaMagna and our bragging rights and really showing her off to the world. So this is, again, our extensive staterooms on board the AmaMagna. This is an actual one of our balcony suites at 355 square feet. The majority of the staterooms on AmaMagna will be like this. She'll actually have 46 staterooms that will be just like you're seeing here on the screen. Absolutely magnificent. You walk in, there's the bathroom to the left, and there's actually a bathroom and a half. You continue, you see the sitting area, then you have the sleeping area before you get to the full size step out balcony. It's the balcony is the size of a ocean cruise balcony that you may be used to. The bathrooms are super comfortable and spacious. Like I said, with the toilet in one compartment and the double sink and shower in another. It's like having a bathroom and a half in the staterooms. We also have an iPad on the wall controlling the lighting, the air condition. The one word that comes to mind, amazing. She really is, and just can't wait to really have her sailing on the Danube starting in May. Look at the spacious sitting areas, and we have spacious sitting areas throughout, full balconies. You see the flat screen TV and Mac computers with the entertainment on demand. We also have triple and quad occupancy, and again, the stateroom breakout. I mentioned 205 square feet. Those are the categories D and E. We have 11 of those staterooms at 205 square feet. We have 34 staterooms in categories AA and AB at 252 square feet. The 46 staterooms that I mentioned in the categories SA and SB that you're looking at in the screen. 355 square feet, 46 staterooms. Can you believe that? And then, of course, we have 6 grand suites at 474 square feet and 1 owner suite at 710 square feet, which is the size of a small New York apartment. So something for everyone on board AmaMagna. Multiple bars on board. And keep in mind, this is going to be the perfect ship for those first-time river cruisers. Many of our cruisers, many of our guests come from ocean. And we know there's a segment that's still on the fence and they haven't made the leap over the river for various reasons. And maybe they may think the ships may be too small and there's not enough options and variety. With AmaMagna, you can throw that out the door because we have absolutely something for everyone on board AmaMagna. So as you can see here, this is actually the bar in the main lounge. We also have, on the AmaMagna, we do have an upper lounge. We have a lower lounge. We have the wine bar. We have the alfresco bar, the sun deck pop-up sky bar, and even the wellness bar. Can you believe I'm talking about a river cruise ship and I'm giving you all these options, all these choices? So I'm super, super excited. We also have multiple dining options on board AmaMagna, from the main dining room, where we provide, we truly provide guests with one-of-a-kind dining, in which the food is not merely sustenance, it's an unforgettable culinary experience. For those of you that have sailed with us on AmaWaterways, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. We also will have the chef's table on AmaMagna, which will be the largest in our fleet, seating 36 guests, a capacity of 36. And again, just like the rest of the ships, you'll get to watch as the expert chefs chop and sear and drizzle and meticulously plate their multi-course tasting menu with the wonderful wine pairings for the evening. We have alfresco dining, as I mentioned earlier, as well, where you can enjoy fresh cuisine with scenic views, featuring the retractable windows and the roof for the ultimate outdoor dining experience. And then, of course, Jimmy's Wine Bar and Restaurant with a capacity of 65 guests, featuring high top tables and bar stools, dedicated wine tables, and indulging in cuisine pairing with wine. So really something for everyone. And as I mentioned earlier, all dining on board is included in the fare. So you don't have to pay extra for any food on board AmaWaterways. I talked about the wellness program as well. And we've, really wellness has become one of the hottest trends in travel. And really with us, we started the wellness program, 2 years ago, and on one ship in France, and it became an instant hit. Last year we had the program on 6 ships, and actually this year we will have it really fleet-wide on all of our 2019 Europe ships, excluding Portugal. So again, our wellness program has a dedicated, enthusiastic, professional wellness staff, a wellness instructor on each of the ships, and they do all kinds of classes and exercise classes and gentle morning stretches and circuit and strength training and yogas, and my favorite, the champagne yoga. And I've done that now numerous times, and I keep coming back for more champagne and yoga. No, it's great, and our guests love it. We also have hydration stations with infused detox and gemstone water, and again, it's something that our guests really enjoy, even for the small size ships that we have. And I remember I mentioned not all ships, not all river cruise ships are the same. Make sure that you're comparing apples to apples to ensure that you're putting the guest on the right ship. And even with our ship, we have small fitness center, with fitness equipment, and of course, on the AmaMagna, the Zen Wellness Studio is going to be the largest, of all the ships. and we'll have a wellness bar. We'll actually have 2 massage rooms versus just 1 massage room on the rest of the fleet. We'll have a hair salon, just like we have on the rest of our ships, but we'll have a manicure and pedicure services available. So again, something for everyone. So again, can't wait. Do I sound excited about the AmaMagna? Because I'm pretty excited, I got to tell you. Can't wait. And then, of course, our complimentary shore excursions, as I mentioned earlier. And again, some say they include daily excursions, which is completely true, which means they include 1 excursion per day. We offer complimentary excursions in every port, giving our guests up to 6 choices each day, from gentle to regular to active to special interest, even hiking and biking options. Remember, we have the 25 bicycles on our ships in Europe. And of course, on a 7-day cruise, you can actually enjoy over 20 included excursions. So keep in mind, compare that to some of our competitors that may only offer 1 per day. So in a week, you're talking, 6 or 7 excursions compared to 20. And you really want to take advantage of all these incredible destinations that we're going to. Another thing, our tour groups tend to be smaller. Some of our competitors may put, a lot more people in each of their groups, where our groups tend to be a little smaller, a little more intimate. Also on AmaMagna, we're going to have our Concierge golf program, where you have the opportunity to play on four courses, or 5 if you add Prague as a pre or post. So with the Concierge golf program, it includes concierge service, including club care. So again, from start to finish, they handle, they manage, they transport your clubs from one course to the next, and then they clean their your clubs, and again, they'll be, they'll probably look better than they were when you first got there, because they're so good and so detailed. We also include private luxury Mercedes transportation to and from the various courses, an a la carte lunch at each course with beer and wine. We have 1 round per golf at each golf course, 1 shared golf cart, 1 range token per round, and a welcome packet with golf balls, a pitch repair tool, 4 or 5 course guides, and even your own leather shoe bag. And did I mention club cleaning after each round? So it's going to be a great program, a great addition. So think about this as I'm talking, as I'm going through this presentation. Think about your potential customers for AmaWaterways. Think about opportunities that we're offering you to really partner with us and grow your business with us. And did I mention that our commission checks that you will receive from AmaWaterways, the majority of them are going to have a comma in them. So again, you can really, make a lot of money, well-deserved money, I should say, by partnering with AmaWaterways and selling AmaWaterways. We also have our Renewal of Vows program on AmaMagna, and again, it includes a symbolic renewal of vows ceremony led by a designated official on the ship, a certificate for 2 one-hour massage plus 1 manicure and pedicure, or even a hair salon service, a bottle of champagne, a romantic turn-down service with rose petals, special custom-made dessert by our onboard chef, and a sundowner excursion with champagne. How cool is that? And of course, your certificate of your vow renewal. So really something for everyone. And like I said, start putting those lists of potential customers that you have, so you can offer them an AmaWaterways cruise in the future. Our wine cruises, these are among our most popular cruises that we have. Over 60 wine cruises offered in 2019. You get to visit local vineyards and private cellars, dedicated wine expert on board, with all kinds of wine tastings and food and wine pairings. And it's really everything that we offer on board our regular ships, plus. That's why they're so popular. And you really get the opportunity, because many times they bring their own wines on board, and you really get the opportunity to compare that new world and old world wine throughout your cruise while you're sailing to these through these incredible destinations. We also have our land extensions in 2019. Now, think about this. Uh, don't just take the cruise. If you just take the cruise, you know, it's just like reading one page or one chapter from your favorite book. You need to read the entire book so you can really take advantage of the destination. And like I said, we now have land extensions, on all our European products. And here we start with the Chateau de Chenossois. I'm sure I butchered that for those French-speaking advisors. But here we have, it's a 3-night post in the Loire Valley and Paris on our Taste of Bordeaux itineraries on the AmaDolce. And really, this is one of the best-known chateaus of the Loire Valley. So again, look at these views, look at these images. Don't you just want to be there? Then we have, Bilbao and San Sebastian, Spain. This is a 4-night pre on our Taste of Bordeaux itinerary, again on the AmaDolce. And you get to enjoy this beautiful and picturesque coastal city on the coast of the Bay of Biscay, 20 kilometers from the French border. So absolutely breathtaking. And then, of course, Prague in the Czech Republic, Prague being the capital and the largest city in the Czech Republic, the 14th largest city in the European Union, and the historical capital of Bohemia, with the Bohemian allure and fairy tale features, making this the perfect start or finish to your cruise on the Danube. So please, please, please ensure that you're maximizing that experience for your guests. And remember, as I mentioned earlier, when you take a pre or post option with us or land extension with us with AmaWaterways, your cruise manager will be with you every step of the way. We have, I mentioned, Africa. You can enjoy Africa. This is truly the best way to see this part of the world. And as I mentioned earlier, with our owners so involved in the day-to-day operation and everything that we do, here you see Rudy and Christine. And before we launched this and introduced this program, they actually went out and experienced it for themselves because they want to make sure that it stands up to the very high standards that we offer on everything that we deliver for our guests. So the best way to see Africa, you get to enjoy the Africa safaris and wildlife cruising from Botswana to Victoria Falls in Zimbabwe. You get to start in Cape Town, South Africa. You fly up to Botswana. You enjoy your 4-night cruise on the Zambezi Queen, sailing on the Chobe River, ending in Zimbabwe, followed by 2 nights in Victoria Falls. And then this is the only product that you can't just purchase the cruise alone. This one you have to package it with one of our packages that we offer, and we do offer 5 different ones, ranging from 9 to 16 nights, where really you get to select either ending in Cape Town or Johannesburg before your flight home. And of course, new in 2019, the Rwanda extension. So again, with the gorillas and golden monkeys and gorilla trekking, again, absolutely just fascinating and really the best way. The only thing I must add with Africa and the Zambezi Queen, she only carries, she has 14 suites, a capacity of 28 guests. So she sells out very, very quickly. Many of our 2019 dates are completely sold out, and 2020 now is starting to move very quickly. So you have to plan in advance. You have to plan in advance for all your river cruising, but especially Africa. So moving right along. So what's new in 2020? So 2020 will be another very exciting year for us at AmaWaterways with the addition of new ships, itineraries, and land extensions, including the beautiful new Ama Siena, again, that will be coming out next year in 2020. We'll also have some new land extensions as well, and some new itineraries, again, something for everyone, starting with AmaMagna. AmaMagna will be chartering new waters. I mentioned earlier that she will be sailing in 19 on the upper Danube, sailing from Budapest to Wilshafen and Wilshafen to Budapest. And in 2020, she's going to charter some new waters in the lower Danube. So we're sure that our clients are going to be so impressed with her that they will want to sail on her again. So we will be doing and adding some lower Danube cruises in 2020, sailing all the way down to Romania and Bulgaria. So again, something for everyone. We have our Vineyards of the Rhine and Moselle itinerary in 2020 on the AmaDante and AmaSiena, sailing from Amsterdam to Luxembourg, with an option to add a 2-night pre in Amsterdam and a 3-night post in Paris. So again, beautiful destinations. And remember my comment about reading the full book, read the entire book. Treasures of the Main and Rhine, again, another new itinerary on AmaDante and AmaSiena, sailing from Nuremberg to Amsterdam with an option to add a 3-night pre in Prague. So again, look at this, look at these images, look at these pictures. We need to go on a cruise. New 2020 land extensions, and again, and I'll say it again. And when you position this to your clients, even bring it to life and explain it to them. It's like when you read a book, you don't just read one page, you don't just read one chapter, you read the entire thing. And really, this is a way to maximize their experience by adding these amazing pre and post land extensions that we offer, and remind them your cruise manager will be with you every step of the way. So here we have, Monaco, with a 3-night pre or post on our 7-night Colors of Provence itineraries on the Amacello, and Monaco is just an absolute amazing destination on the French Riviera. Again, it's the second smallest independent state in the world after the Vatican. Absolutely breathtaking. Just make sure to have your cameras ready, because you never know who you may run into in Monaco. Istanbul, Turkey, 3-night pre or post on our 7-night Gems of Southeast Asia, 7-night Gems of Southeast Europe itineraries on Amacerto, Amaprima, and AmaMagna. Istanbul has so much to offer, from the mosques and the bazaars and the Turkish baths. And again, let's not forget the breathtaking architecture throughout that you or your guests will get to experience. And then, of course, Nice, the 3-night pre or post on our 7-night Colors of Provence as well on the Amacello. And the city of Nice, it's located on the French Riviera. Among its many attractions are its beautiful beaches, the lovely seaside promenade, interesting museums, famous city landmarks, and other tourist attractions. So again, definitely a must-see when you're traveling that part of the world. So our solo traveler program, we actually have a program for our solos, our guests that are traveling alone, where they get to enjoy just a single supplement of 25%, and that's on the lower level categories on the ship. And we set aside just a handful of cabins, so they book up very, very quickly on those categories D and E. So please make sure that if you're a solo, or you're traveling, or if you're booking a cruise for one of your customers that happens to be a solo and they travel alone, please make sure that they book in advance. We provide the service of an attentive crew that really recognizes their preferences. They're invited to an exclusive welcome cocktail reception. They have a welcoming dining environment made possible by the restaurant seating plan. And what does that mean? That means that we actually have, odd-sized tables, meaning that all of our tables are even. They have the even number of seats, so they're not all 4 tops and 6 tops and 8 tops. We actually have some 5 tops and even some 7 tops. So again, to really welcome and make any passenger that's traveling alone, so they don't feel odd or awkward sitting next to an open chair next to them. We have an invitation to dine at the captain's table, and really assistance with the planning of their ideal shore excursions throughout the cruise. So really making them feel, again, special, part of the family, and the crew will bend over backwards to make sure they do that. So some benefits for our travel advisors. We have a great group program. All it takes is 5 staterooms, 10 guests. And with that, you get unlimited tour conductors. So you get a tour conductor for every 9 berths sold or 9 berths booked. And you can rest easy, because your $50 per stateroom group deposit is fully refundable. And we even have a group amenity program where we provide $50 onboard credit, bottles of wine, boxes of chocolates, or complimentary travel at an advisor rate. So keep that in mind. And we even provide you a group coordinator every step of the way, from the minute you book your cruise and your group to the time they sail. You'll be dealing with the same group coordinator. We'll even provide a group flyer for you that we will ship out to you, and we will send you 100 copies of it. We'll even send you the PDF if you need to make more copies, and work with your BDM, and they'll be happy to even assist you further to promote and materialize your groups. We also have a charter and a part charter department, which really, again, makes it really easy to work with us, whether you have a part charter or a full charter, an incentive group. Again, we offer guaranteed competitive net pricing up to 3 years in advance. We assist with the special arrangements, from custom itineraries to full charters to special onboard or land services. As I mentioned, sales assistance from 2 dedicated personnel with decades of experience selling and servicing incentive travel, and quotes provided to you within 24 to 48 hours. With the part charters, they are available on all cruises. And again, with the part charters, though, it's a minimum of 15 staterooms to 50 staterooms. And then anything over 50 staterooms would move into the full charter program, if you will. We provide you credit for 1 free stateroom with each contract in lieu of tour escorts, and even exclusive bus for shore excursions. And then, of course, for the full charters, again, the lowest net pricing available, exclusive use of the ship and all staterooms, and even, at this point, if you want to customize an itinerary when you have the full charter, you can do so. So, again, don't just take my word, or don't just take our word. We invite you to come sail with us and experience the wonderful product that AmaWaterways delivers. We have a wonderful FAM program where we invite you to sail with us, starting at $890 for advisors, and your guests, if they're not an advisor, they pay an additional $200. So again, we make it really easy, and it's available within 60 days of departure. We also have some hosted FAMs with the BDMs as well throughout the year. So stay tuned for those notices, because again, it's really a great way to experience the product and enjoy our wonderful brand. We have our Sail 5 Sail Free program. Just doesn't get any easier, where you just need to book 5 staterooms to sail in 2019, and you'll earn a complimentary stateroom for you and a guest to sail in 19 or 20. And now with the AmaMagna coming out, we've actually decided we were going to include the AmaMagna on the Sail 5 Sail Free, but actually for the AmaMagna, you actually have to sell 10 staterooms in order to qualify for a stateroom on the AmaMagna. So again, sell, and you will be rewarded, and you'll get to experience our wonderful brand. Encourage your guests to book their next cruise while on board. You will get full credit for that booking, for that future booking, and they will receive 5% future cruise savings on any AmaWaterways cruise. The future cruise benefit discount is combinable with all promotions, and even the Privileges Rewards program, which is our past guest loyalty program, which is an additional $100 off. And they only need to deposit $200 per person while on board. The FCC is fully refundable within 30 days, and the guests are free to select their sailing within 2 years after they disembark. Really nothing to lose, so please make sure that you are encouraging your guests to take advantage of this program. So your keys to success, what are your keys to success? What differentiates you from your competition? Do you even have competition? Are you creative? Do you have that passion, integrity? Your own version of fleps? Are you accessible? Do you follow up with your customers? Do you stay current and updated? You should, know more than the internet. Really add that personal element that the internet will never be able to provide. Develop your own brand, which you will take and will be with you through the end of time. And connect on a personal level. Be fully committed. It's all about your clients, and really make them feel like they are your only clients. It's all about working on those customers and those clients for life. If you do things right, they will never leave you. Just, and really, think about that. Don't just focus on price. Take price out of the equation. If you win someone on price, you'll lose them on price. So there's so much more to talk about, so much more to offer them, and especially, when you're selling an AmaWaterways cruise. And as I mentioned earlier, please make sure that you understand the differences from one ship to the other. And we are just so proud of everything that we have to offer. We really want to make sure that we're providing you with just a great product that you can sell with confidence, knowing that we are going to exceed every one of their expectations. We have our travel advisor portal. So again, please make sure you are taking advantage of all the wonderful tools that we have. It doesn't get any easier, really to promote, market, and sell our product. We want you to spend your time doing what you do best, and that's selling our wonderful product. Leave the rest up to us. On the portal, you'll be able to find our Travel Agent University, the online booking engine, our latest promotions, the hot date list, webinar trainings, FAM opportunities, which I talked about earlier, a co-branded website for you, and our image library with these wonderful pictures. Remember, pictures, are so important. Just make sure that, the pictures help you tell the story, videos help you tell the story, and it's all about telling that story of how you can really, make their dreams come true on these incredible destinations of a lifetime. Take advantage of all the wonderful promotions that we have. Right now we have our wave offer. That's $100 per person, $200 off per stateroom. That's available through the end of March. We have a free air to Europe promotion. Those free air to Europe promotions, the air promotions are always very popular, valid on new bookings through March 31st. And again, it's valid on select sailings and gateways. However, I was actually going through and counting the gateways that we have this available, because sometimes when we say, or you hear someone say they're available on select gateways, many times you say, oh yeah, that means they're only available on a handful of gateways. No, that's not true. With our free air to Europe promotion, it's actually available out of 61 gateways in the U.S. and even 7 gateways in Canada. And again, it's not just the gateways on the East Coast. We have many gateways on the East Coast, but we have gateways all over the country, even in the Midwest, in the Northeast, in the Southeast, in the Pacific Northwest, and even in the West Coast. So again, something for everyone, and I'm sure you can find a gateway here that would work for your customers. Take advantage, I mentioned earlier about booking your clients early for 2020. Take advantage of the early booking discounts, and in this case, you can actually save up to $2,000 per stateroom. That's $1,000 off per person on select sailings, and it's not too early to start planning your 2020 river cruises. So please reach out to your business development manager. Here is our dedicated, sales team, from Christine to Rudy. We are all here to work with you. We want to support you. Our BDM team, we have 24 BDMs in the U.S. and Canada. They're empowered, engaged, responsive. They want to hear from you. If you're not successful, they're not successful. So they want to hear from you and, again, help you grow your business, put together your plans, and grow your business with AmaWaterways. So hopefully you know who your business development manager is, and if not, again, we will encourage you to reach out to them. We will be sending out a thank you email following the webinar, and I'll make sure that we include a link to our dedicated sales team page, so you can find their contact details, including their telephone number and even their email addresses, so you can make it very easy to get a hold of them. But before I close, and I know I've had a lot of information, and hopefully hopefully you've found the webinar helpful, and hopefully you've learned one or two things that you didn't know before. But before I close, I'll turn it back over to Sandy.
Okay, thank you so much, Alex. That was phenomenal. Wonderful, wonderful webinar with great information. As you can imagine, we have had many questions come in while you were speaking, many of which were answered at the time. I want to tell our agents that if your question was not answered, or if you think of something else after the webinar, please give either AMA a call or your BDM if you had a chance to note who that was, or call AMA Reservations. I think that's 1-800-626-0126. So with that, I want to get right to the prize because everyone is anxious about that. So here's how it's going to work. Alex is going to ask a question about something he discussed during this webinar. And I will take the 10th correct answer that I see come across my screen for that agent to win a 7-night river cruise on a seminar on the river, Christmas market, or New Year's itinerary in 2019. And that is pretty spectacular. So a couple of rules about the questions. I won't consider any answers that come in before Alex has finished asking the question. So please don't telegraph what he's going to ask, because I'll only start counting the right answers after he finishes. And if by chance Alex is asking for the name of anything, please type the entire name and not just part of it. So with that said, and I will announce the winner. I'll announce the correct answer when I have the 10th correct answer, and we will send the winner's name and contact information over to Alex and his team, and they will get in touch with you about this amazing prize. So Alex, whenever you're ready, go ahead and ask your question.
Ask away. Absolutely. Thank you, Sandy. Okay, so let's see if you really paid attention to what I was saying. So I know it was a lot of information, hopefully a lot of great information that you can use. So here is my question. Name the 3 new ships that will be introduced in 2019 to our award-winning fleet.
Okay, answers are coming in fast and furiously, and let's see who is the 10th correct answer. Just give me a couple of minutes. You can only answer once. A lot of correct answers. Let's see who we have here. Okay, I think we have a winner. Let me write this down before I announce it. Okay, we have a winner of this wonderful cruise. First of all, the correct answer of the 3 new ships coming out in 2019, correct answer is the AmaMagna, AmaDouro, and AmaMora. And can we get a drum roll? Our 10th correct answer that I saw on my screen is Debbie Rowlands. So congratulations, Debbie. We will be passing your information along to Alex and his team, and they will get in touch with you about redeeming this fabulous prize. Congratulations to everyone who had the correct answer. There were many, many people, and I did take the 10th one. So I want to thank AmaWaterways for this wonderful webinar, and in particular, our fantastic speaker, Alex Pinelo, Vice President of Sales. Alex, this was really wonderful. Thank you so much.
My pleasure. Thank you. And I will end as I started, and that's by saying thank you. We look forward to welcoming all of you on board and showing you and your clients the world one river at a time. Enjoy the rest of your week. Goodbye for now.
And I'll add my thanks to our agents for being here today. I know you got a lot out of it. So enjoy the rest of your day, and we'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.